I mean, I think we should probably get it out of the way straight away. First 2.5 days, great. The last day was boring. It wasn't great to watch. Nothing against Scottie, an amazing player, generational player, probably the best to do it since Tiger. I think we're treading on that type of territory now. But as far as a watch and to actually be there as well, it was a bit dull. The biggest cheer of Sunday.
I was texting you about it.
Literally, and I'm not joking here, the biggest cheer on Sunday was on the 8th hole when Scottie hit the lip on a fairway bunker and it came back in. Because people thought, oh my, there's a glitch in the matrix here. Yeah. Something might be different. And then he bounces straight back with a birdie and everyone else throws in bogeys of their own. So as far as the victory parade goes and as far as delivering the expected outcome, there was nothing which shocked or surprised on the Sunday at the Open.
Okay, so I'm just old enough to remember the kind of end of the Tiger domination era on TV. You are very slightly older than me, so you probably had a couple of years of extra viewing of it. Was that what it was like when Tiger was winning a tournament, where everyone else was kind of like, we'll keep playing, but it makes no difference. Like, is it the same kind of feel, do you think?
I mean, I've watched Tiger... Well, Tiger's entire career, because I started watching golf relatively young, so I was like probably 12, 13. So I was pretty much there kind of at the start when he came on, and then I've lived through all the years since. And he was my hero growing up. I think he was everyone's hero growing up a lot in my generation of golfers. It's nothing like what we have with Scottie now. Thing is, with Tiger had a rare ability, and this doesn't happen in many sports. He was the best. He was so good. He's literally arguably the best to play the game. You could obviously say Jack with his record, all the rest of it. I get that. Yeah. I wasn't around with Jack. It's impossible to compare them.
Yeah, every generation's going to have their best player. Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely the second best player in the world, at least. Anyway, we know that. But watching him play, watching him win, let me put it this way. When he won the US Open by, 15 shots, people still tuned in. Because they wanted to see him go deeper. They wanted to see him dominate. They wanted to see him destroy fields. Because when he did so, he did it in such a manner that got you still excited about the outcome. It doesn't matter if he was 1 clear or 15 clear. You still wanted to watch Tiger. Because of the excitement that he brought, because of the way he played the game, the style in which he did it. It was so exciting. It was so different. It was so new. Scottie at the moment, and if we're going to be honest about it, over the last 3 years, if you minus off kind of like that first year with a few put-in issues, has had that level of dominance. Every single pro in that field even spoke about it when they said, oh no, Scottie's on top of the leaderboard. Hao Tong Lee, he was going out with him in the last round, was basically saying, I'm playing for second. He has that feeling of he's not going to slip up. He's not going to mess up. He's inevitable when he's on the top of that leaderboard. But there's not the same amount of excitement. There's not the same buzz as he does it.
I think it's a different styles thing as well, because obviously it's something that we didn't experience firsthand, but apparently a lot of people who saw Jack play actually didn't like seeing him play because they were all big Arnie fans, and Arnie was the one who was like club twirling, interacting with fans, doing that side of things. And then Jack came along and he was very stony faced and kind of ground people down, was just always there on the leaderboard. I mean, just kind of hearing me say that description there's just like so many parallels with what's going on at the moment. And maybe we'll get to a point, it could be 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. But if Rory sorry, not Rory.
Sorry, don't say that man's name.
Sorry, that's just 10 years of kind of pent up. But if Scottie continues to win at this clip, then we'll look back and maybe a bit able to appreciate it a bit more. And, you know, because we'll be rooting for history over the man, it'll be a bit more interesting.
I think also, like, from our side of the golfing pond, our intention or our hope is that European players, and particularly the players who historically have done well, you know, Rory and Shane, those people are always going to be the people that we want to see win. So I think, like, I was annoyed by the fact that Scottie Scheffler won and it didn't feel like he really kind of was that bothered about winning because he knew he was going to win. But I think where it actually came from was actually just disappointment in everyone else.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
I think that's an overriding feature of this. No one challenged him. Like
Yeah.
no one actually stood up and took him the distance, which is why you didn't really have any of the tension. And the whole day, the atmosphere was really, really flat. And I want to point out here, and I want to kind of wade in to my own argument. I actually like Scottie. I like watching him play. I like the way he goes about his business. The ball striking is amazing. The fact that he transformed himself from a poor putter, if we're going to be honest about it, to one of the better putters on the tour. And then you combine that with his unreal tee to green play, pretty much unstoppable. But my disappointment is the fact that no one was up there challenging him. No one's pushing him. And it's up to everyone else now to raise their games, because we have to remember the start of this year, Scottie gave everybody about a 3-month head start.
Yeah, he didn't exist.
He didn't play, with his injury. So just imagine how this year would have looked if it had just carried on from last year. Imagine what it looked like if he cared.
Yeah, I think that really did. I didn't like that.
So if you've not seen the press conference with Scottie, by the way, at the start of the week, he gave a answer to, I don't even know what the question was, but it was an answer to a journalist question where he effectively said he doesn't know why he cares so much, because being a professional golfer is not a fulfilling life.
Yeah, like winning
only gives him a couple of minutes of pleasure, and then it's on to the next thing. I would say that I actually like the fact that he gave an honest answer about what he was thinking. You could probably sum it up into a simple way, because he did elucidate on this again when he won. He works incredibly hard to be the best golfer in the world. He loves golf. He loves the competitive nature of things. The idea of him winning is something that keeps him fueled, and he doesn't quite understand why he's so desperate to win. But ultimately, professional golf is not what he's about. He'd rather be a good family man and let that be his legacy. I would say is a good way to round everything up. Yeah,
I think he's looking at it through the eyes of him now being a dad and trying to be a good husband, and all of the things that outside of golf really do matter. But obviously we don't get any benefit from him being a great dad or him being a wonderful husband. We want to see him care about a golf tournament and go out there and absolutely batter it.
Daddy?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I've written down the fact that kind of they've showed a parallel of Shane lifting the trophy, going through town and everyone celebrating him, going to the Harbour Bar and having a great time, and the weight of what that meant to someone from the island of Ireland to come and win this tournament, which hadn't been there for a long time. And then to do it in front of a crowd of people who wanted him to do it, and then go and celebrate with those people in their hometown, and then they showed Scheffler lifting the trophy, saying thank you to a few people, hugging his family and leaving.
Then off.
I was like, what does this guy actually care about winning the Claret Jug? Does he care about the history of what he's just done?
I think he does. I think he definitely does. I think he really cares about winning. I think he cares about being the best. You won't get to being the best at something in the entire world unless you put in an extraordinary amount of work. So, and he's obviously doing that. And you wouldn't do that if you weren't motivated. I think it's just a different way of going about things. The thing I think people might struggle with is that he's honest about it. And he just says, listen, I was at the Harbour Bar on Sunday evening.
Oh, were you?
Waiting for Scottie, and he didn't turn up. But I'm of the opinion that no one there was overly shocked by the fact he wasn't smashing back the Guinness with everybody.
Yeah. What song would he do if he was going to sing if he was going to sing on the top of the bar? Have you seen that video of Shane singing with a pint in his hand?
Yeah.
The Claret Jug in one hand, a pint in the other, both held aloft.
He wants to be a good dad. A nursery rhyme. Maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking, in the end, Linkin Park.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Something like that.
He's like a massive Rammstein fan.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
just him and Victor.
Him and Victor rocking out.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and that was kind of like the whole kind of feeling around the event about this inevitability, really. As soon as he shot, was it 64?
Yeah,
I think he shot. In that second round, it was kind of like, okay.
Yeah,
he's conquered Links Golf.
He was the only man to shoot in the 60s for all 4 rounds, apart from Nikolai Højgaard, who shot 69, 69, 69, 69.
That's the way to do it.
Call him consistent.
Yeah.
That's not too bad, is it?
That's pretty unbelievable.